right, so Karen's new, and everyone else is not old, but regulars, so which is great.
Well, I don't want to say anything one minute.
And let me see here. Anyone want to know have any questions about what I do or what I believe in or how I work with healing or anything? Please feel free. Feel free to ask. Any questions, please. Come on, we got to have something here.
Yeah, how do you do what it is that you do? Sorry.
All right. Well, I work with people, and um, some people call it energy. I call it God. And most people that I work with experience something most immediately or soon after, or walking down the street 2 weeks later or 2 months later and saying, oh my God, when did this leave me? If that should be. And that's most people. And so I just let it happen. Let me see if there's anyone else. No. And that's basically what I do. I pray within myself. I don't tell people what I'm praying or anything. I keep it to myself. And I'm basically talking to the old man or woman upstairs, which is really inside. And a person will tell me when I call on each person, they'll tell me one thing in their life that's bugging them. And rather, I won't work with the emotional. That's only in private sessions. But I will work with any kind of biological, physiological, neurological, or skeletal situation.
Okay.
And
Well, I have neurological and skeletal problems. That's what brought me here.
oh, fantastic. And most people will tell me that something has changed in their life. I don't make any claims. I don't diagnose. I don't, treat anyone. I let medical science do all that stuff. What I do affects most people, and it's not me. I'm the healer, but at the same time, through the healing, I know that that divinity, that godliness is doing it through me, and then it takes over, and it makes it more perfect than I can ever conjure in my head or in my imagination. And so that's the way I work. I give all credit to the old man or woman upstairs, which is really inside. Does that almost answer your question there, Karen?
Well, I practice Qigong, so I can move energy. Yeah, for about, I don't know, 7 years. So I can move energy, but I have EDS, connective tissue disease. So
okay.
Yeah, so
all righty.
Life challenging.
Yes. Any questions or comments before we start?
Is this something we're supposed to do while you do what you do?
No, you just sit there and you just try to relax, take your mind off of me or anything or interferences. That's the preference.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Good question, though. And as long as no one's helping me, if you're helping me, that means that you want to do it or you want to control it in some way or another. So I tell people, just please, you're in your situation, whatever it should be, don't do anything and let me do it. And just try to go within yourself and experience, if you can, like a divinity moving through you, a life force moving through you. And that's what I go after. All right, good. And let me see here if there's someone else here. No, not yet. All right. And a couple comments before we start. Please, if it's within your heart, go to the markearlix.com page, and at the bottom is a gifting page. Feel free, if it's within your heart, to do that. God reciprocates in every way. And the other thing is, starting today, I'm going to be in Arizona for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. And I'm diehard in giving my circles in the healing clinic, which is a short appointment. And I also have the regular appointment. Everything is sign upable, if there's such a word, through, I'm good at that, Harry. Everything's sign upable through the website, markearlix.com. And so feel free if you want to sign up for an online appointment, a Zoom appointment, or a messenger or FaceTime, whatever you want, or telephone call appointment. It doesn't matter to me. And also I have coming up the whatchamacallit, the clinic this Thursday, and tomorrow in Arizona, I have a regular healing circle in person here in Arizona. And I don't know what else to talk about. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Okay, how are you, Mark?
Well, thank you. Good to see you here, my friend.
Oh, good to be here.
And so just tell me, anyone, one thing that you would like me to work with when I call on you, and we'll just take it away from there. Oh, we got one other Chicago person coming in here. Yay. Awesome. No. And Christina, hey, how you doing? Can you hear me? Oh, she's connecting. Hi.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
You too.
All right. I got to find someone I sent my last joke to. Was it you? All
Probably.
right.
I send a few back.
All right, good. Excellent. All right. And got a nice little group here tonight. This is nice. And a bunch more people signed up, but oftentimes they'll sign up and they don't come back, or they actually join, they'll get busy or forget. And let's see here. Any questions, please? Anything I can chat about or whatever? Anything, anyone? Anything? All right, you chicken livers. All right. So I wrote something down right before the circle tonight. And I was asking the old man or woman upstairs, what can I talk about a little bit? And what I got was, here's my paper. So we all have sorrows. Sorrows are a part of our life. They're regrets. They're things that dishearten us in life. They're all kinds of different scenarios, things we feel awkward about. That's called a sorrow as well, because we don't know how to respond to it, or we don't know what to do thereafter. And we have all these things that happen with us every day in our life, as minimal or as maximum as they are, as dramatic or as subtle as they are. We all have sorrows. Sorrow is our wound, and or it's creating a wound within us. And it's not being able to be free enough during that sorrow, as subtle as it is or dramatic as it is. It's not being able to be free enough to have that understanding that it's a sorrow. We go through sorrow, we experience sorrow, we feel sorrow. We feel hurt emotionally, mentally, and physically. Those are sorrows. Things that we think about, or when we're judging another person on the way they look, or what they said to someone else, or to us, or us to them, it's a sorrow. So we all carry these things. These things are what leads to the wound within us, and they perpetuate. And that's just the way it is. And with this understanding, if we can come to an understanding that is a sorrow, that's when we can put it to rest. When we understand it's a sorrow within us. The idea is to be able to catch our sorrows. then we can put it to rest. And we put it to rest by recognizing it, recognizing, if that makes sense. Any questions about that, please? I would love to chat if anyone does.
Perfect, perfect timing, I think.
Excellent.
It feels perfect to me. I recognize it, recognize it right away.
Yes, recognize, yes.
Yeah,
How
Thank
awesome.
thank you.
Sure, my pleasure.
Mm.
Any other comments or questions about that or anything, please? The sorrows are really important to us, we think, and because we don't know what to do with them. And so we kind of run from them in our mind and in our heart. We cringe inside, or we get angry inside, or we, skew ourselves inside, whatever. And the idea is to recognize them, just recognize. And to do that, it takes being indifferent. It takes being objective. It takes being observant. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
How about, does it take in the moment when you experience it and recognize it, then to make peace with it right then?
Yes.
And be okay with it, because this is
No, because
who we are in the moment.
if we're feeling the pain, then we're asking ourselves to go through it in a painful way. We're expecting pain, emotionally, mentally, or physically. We're expecting it if we're looking for the pain of it to go through it. The idea is to be objective with it without the emotion, because if we're objective, we don't have the emotion of it. Otherwise, we're trying to own it, if that makes sense.
Trying to
Yeah.
control it.
Yeah, own it to control it, or vice versa. Yes. Yes, very important. Very important. But as we can maintain an objective without the emotional, mental, or physical response, if we can be objective and observant with it, looking at it, at the situation, then we find ourselves, what happens, an act of that, we find ourselves non-emotional if we're really observant, while looking at the act of that sorrow. Then it breaks. The consciousness of that breaks, and we're no longer participating in it. It dissolves. And the scenario that we are viewing in our head and in our feelings, it has no more life. It kind of evaporates like a fume out of us. It has nothing to hold on to anymore, because we're seeing it objectively. Please, any questions about that I could try to answer. Does that make sense, Mike?
Yes, it does. It
A lot of teachings in
I grew up
go ahead.
feeling awkward. I got a social anxiety that I
Sure.
recognized when I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
And I've always beat myself up about it. And it's still, now I realize it, and it's still there, but I don't, most of the time it doesn't bother me. I just have to be who I am.
Yes, exactly. And I think the neat thing is, I too grew up with social anxiety. I didn't know how to act or react with people or situations or anything. And I didn't know how to be me or what was real in life, or I just wanted to belong. And that was a big mistake on my part, but I needed that. That was a blessing for me to go through that in order to become who I am today. It was a true blessing. But in order to become who I am, I had to get to know myself through recognizing these things. And it's through the recognition that, they kind of faded away. They had no more life. And those dilemmas, dramas, and traumas of life. Who was this? And so we have these things available to us. They're tools. That's all they are. They're tools that we have available to us. And we all can go through this and making it easier for ourselves. But we as humans, we see it as difficult, or we don't want to look at it. And so that's what makes it hard, us wanting not to look at it. If that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Any other comments or questions? Please, anything from anyone. I can try to answer. All right. Let me see here if there's something. All right. Okay, good. All right. So, Ruth, tell me one thing in your body that's bugging you, my friend. Or what's been happening? Yes.
Well, you worked on my left foot last week and it was much better on that day and maybe the next day.
Good.
And it's back to hurting again. So
Oh.
could you pay some attention to it?
I sure would.
Yeah, it's the tendon that's contracting apparently that's causing me to walk on the tip of the toe, which is
Sure.
excruciating.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure, my pleasure. My right, your left.
Correct.
Okay. I got dyslexia, so I have to say that. And give me a minute here. Okay, what I saw inside, which will be, is the manifest of you being able to sooner or later be able to bend your toes evenly. And
Whoa.
yeah,
I haven't been able to do that in a while.
so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Sherry, please tell me one thing that's bugging in your body.
I have a funny thing bugging me. I think it was only last night. Yeah, I don't know, last night. Felt cold in my sleep. I don't have the heat on yet. And so I kind of got up in my sleep and I flicked on a light to look to see what the thermostat said. It said 68. I thought, fine, good. I went back to bed, turned off the light, and in the total dark, I thought I was going right back to bed. I know where it is. So I went to get back into bed. I like bonked my head into the wall.
All right, did you heard it?
So,
Yeah,
and it was impact. I mean, it was like wham. And
all right.
I laughed. And then I just went back to sleep. But so my head hurts. It's
Okay. I want to let you know I do this all the time. So, and I'm the one that sometimes in a really dark area where there's no light at all, I can see where things are.
Yeah.
And sometimes, not all the time. And I'll still end up somehow doing that by not paying attention to what I'm doing. But in any case, let me work with your head.
Thank you.
How does your head feel now if you touch it or whatever? Be candid with me, please.
It has lessened. Wow. Thank you. That,
Awesome.
and it wasn't a a big knocking pain or anything, but the sensation. And then now just speaking, it's coming back. It's like right here. The whole
All right,
thing.
put your hand flat on it like this.
Okay.
All right, wait a second.
Okay.
All right, move your head around a little bit. Take your hand off.
My hand got really warm. Really warm. Yeah. Nice.
All right, now push in, tell them if it's as much or worse or the same or better.
It's better. Yeah,
Good.
it's better. And
Excellent.
yeah, I mean, I'm totally loose and yeah,
Good. Let's see what transpires over the next 24 hours with this.
thank you. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
My pleasure.
May you have a bowl of M&Ms in your near future.
No more. I got 5 bags in my closet back in Colorado. In my pantry. 5
With your
huge
chicken.
bags.
Your chicken's keeping watch over your M&Ms.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So, all right. Yeah, Harry, my friend, turn on your mic. There you
Hi.
go. Hi, Harry.
Okay, I've got an issue that at night when I go to bed, I've got a circulatory issue in my legs. They stay so cold that it keeps me from getting to sleep. And so I'd like you to see if you could work on that issue. And I don't know quite how I'll know it right now if we've got success, but I know that you can work wonders. So go ahead.
I'll do everything I can from my heart. All right, Harry, did you notice anything happening inside of you?
Well, I could feel them getting warm.
And are they still retaining that warmth if you move your legs around a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
No thinking.
no thinking. Yes. They feel much warmer now than they were.
Awesome. That's awesome, Harry. Now, the other thing that I got, do you do any exercise at all?
Well, since you have to use a walker to get around the house, I don't get a lot of exercise, although today I did a lot of errands out so I could push shopping carts and stuff like that. So I got more exercise today than I normally do.
All right, what I'd like to recommend, if you can get, say, you can take your walker with you or a cane or something, and or something, and go to a mall and walk around
Okay,
and do that religiously. All right?
that sounds like a great idea.
Your legs will love it. And at first, it's going to, for the first several times that you do it, you're going to be achy and tired and weak and everything else. But that's good.
Thank you.
All right, my friend. Blessings. Hey, Mike,
Hey, Mark.
anything in particular, my friend?
Well, last week you worked on my left knee,
Yes.
and I exercised. I increased my exercise uh, for like 3 days after that, and I kind of did a little too much. And the knee didn't bother me, but my calves were sore. So I figured, okay, I need to progress, but not that quickly.
Yeah,
And
gently.
so,
Yeah.
and so today I worked out. I did it again a couple times actually, instead of doing it all at once.
Sure.
And my legs have noticeably uh, been feeling good this week. So
Excellent.
thank you.
All righty. So you want me to work with your both legs there?
No, I think maybe a blessing for my back, because I
Okay.
still got a little of that long COVID garbage, and it's
All right.
the middle section across basically.
All righty. All right, my friend. Good deal.
Thank you.
And everyone, please do keep me updated. And if anyone in the future wants an appointment with me, whether a 20-minute one or the hour one, I don't care. Let me know. Or if you're in Arizona, I'm at Sue Cavas's place now for 3.5 weeks, and then I'm going back to Colorado for a month and then moving here. And that'll be it. I'm moving here and I can't wait to the summer where it gets 116 plus. So, but right now it's in the 70s and 80s. So, all right. And sunny. All right. So, Christy, my dear, anything in particular, my friend?
Well, can you pray for people for us, or is this just for us?
For anyone or animal or anything.
Okay. Well, I do have a couple of things. But you said not emotional. I'm just suffering some anxiety from all that's going on right now. But that's not what you can do right now. Is that right?
Not
Is that
now, correct, yes.
all
But
right?
I
So,
can ask a blessing on you
okay.
for
Oh,
the anxiety.
that would be really good. Just to
Sure.
I think I feel like I've been emotionally eating, and it's just a
I
snowball
understand.
type thing. Yeah. So
All
whatever you
right.
can.
All right, my dear friend.
Thank you.
Sure, my pleasure. Total pleasure. And let me see here. All right, Christina, yes.
I'm coming over. It's like 25 degrees here and it's been snowing.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. At least I got a handful of trick-or-treaters today, so they were very brave.
Wow. Yeah, they were brave. You know, I was looking at the weather in Colorado, and either tonight or tomorrow, I don't remember, or last night, uh, it got down to 3 degrees, not including windshield
Whoa.
factor. You know,
Oh,
and darn, I'm not there, darn. And so, anything in particular, Christina?
Um, for me, just whatever comes up. And Sophia actually has a request today too.
Oh my goodness, God bless her.
Oh, yes.
All right, what for you?
Whatever comes up, just blessing, Roto-Rooter, whatever.
Okay. You know, everyone, don't laugh there, Christy. Everyone in Chicago used to say Roto-Rooter. I'm so used to that term now.
Picture this like swirl of light just kind of working its way all the way down and up in my body.
It was funny because I remember the healing circles between 50 to 250 people
Yes.
every week. And that was word of mouth, Christy. And then people would say, oh, the Roto-Rooter, please, or something like to that effect. Or
Yes.
Mr. Roto-Rooter or something. I don't know what. It was
It
hilarious.
stuck.
What's that?
It just stuck.
It stuck. That and Dr. Glow. I don't know what that happened. All right, let me work with you, hon.
Thank you.
And if you do come down with some sniffles, don't worry about it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
All right. Don't, be of good cheer. It's a quick cleansing, so don't worry about it.
Yes. Seem to be going through that quite a bit. Actually, last week, Wednesday, one like started at night, overnight. By the next morning, I had a fever, chills, and it was gone by the next morning.
Yes.
It was like a 24-hour thing.
Yes. Yeah. Be of good cheer. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, good. And if you worry about it, that means we're honoring it. We're giving life to it.
Right.
And giving power to it. All right. Got it.
Okay. Thank
All right.
you.
Karen, my dear, anything in particular you would like me to work with? One thing, please.
Well, I have nerve damage, dental nerve damage, and an infection from a dental debris
Okay.
in my gum, and it's causing a lot of pain and causing problems in my face, swelling, my ears, and my neck. I keep throwing my neck out, so this whole thing.
Do they call it one aspect or one term of what you're referring to as trigeminal nerve?
No, I had a dentist damaged nerve during a debris, cleaning out.
Okay. All righty.
I mean, I might have that too, but I'm not sure.
No, you don't. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Let me work with you, hon. And you just be real still and wondering what I'm doing, not figuring it out though. You will be experiencing at times and more often after those times, uh, uh, you'll be experiencing at times like a clarity in there. You won't even notice it for those times, and that will over time will increase in my perception. Does that make sense, Karen?
Didn't understand that.
Okay. What will happen is that you'll be experiencing like a freedom in your mouth. The discomforts will get less and less and less, and they'll exacerbate a little bit more, but then they'll get less again, and even more so. Does that make sense, hon?
Well, it's been chronic for so many years since I
Okay.
had.
I know, but
So
I'm not talking about the way it has been. I'm telling
So
you.
right now, what it felt like, I did feel a release, and I felt you go into my sinus, and I felt my neck also, and it went down my back. I had an NDE in 2009, so I'm like hypersensitive to everything. I
Sure.
feel everything.
Oh, I bet you are.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, so I feel it when you're working,
that's
so
awesome.
I have an opening up in my sinuses, and then I
Good.
can feel it, go through my ears, and it lightened up, and I feel a little lighter, and I do feel it. You kind of went into my neck, and then it went down my spine, the energy, just like in the end.
Excellent.
Is that what it was? Is that-
Yes, and as long as we're not trying to control that
I
feeling, or
didn't do anything.
no, let me finish, please.
I could, but I didn't do anything like you said not to, so I didn't.
Okay, my turn. As long as we're not trying to control it, when it starts to feel clear, or when it starts to hurt again without owning that hurt, then we'll find that, or you'll see that it might get less and less and less in the duration of time and the space of time.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Thank you.
I pray so. Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, good. And please, if anyone experiences, relief in their body for any length of time, and these are quickie healing, so it'll last between 5 minutes and for the rest of your life. I never know. If you wish to have anyone here who wishes to have an appointment with me, there's an elaboration on what we're doing during the appointment. And that's all on the website. So, all right. Nini, my dear friend, please talk with me.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Just your blessing for today.
You got it.
Thank you.
You got it, my dear friend.
Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Ruth, how you doing, hon?
My foot is basking in the glow of healing. It's pain-free and it feels happy. So
It's out in the sun like I am. Not to rub it in or anything, but I understand.
right. Watching
Yes.
the snow come down today was surreal.
All right. Thank you, Ruth.
Thanks.
Sherry, how's your head? Be candid. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. If you're talking there.
I was talking, I was like oblivious. It's okay. There's A hint.
Does it hurt at
I'm
all
not
when you
thinking about
press in?
Hmm?
Does it hurt at all when you press in? And be candid.
I feel like I'm imagining it does. No, it doesn't.
Okay,
does.
good. All right.
One
And-
little place by the temple, but you know,
All right, push it in now.
yeah, no.
Good.
Thank you.
Listen. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Harry, how you doing, my friend? How are your
I'm
knees?
doing well, Mark.
Do you notice a circulation in your knees at all?
Well, yeah, I feel the circulation working right now.
Good. Not right now. You feel the circulation working.
Yeah,
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. And keep reimagining that, to image that in action. That's what imagination is, to image in action.
thank you. I will.
Blessings, my friend.
That's
All right. Hey, Mike. Anything in your back, my friend?
They, I noticed when you were working on me, I was kind of praying, and I don't know if that was
Cool.
not so cool. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I didn't know if I was. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
it just makes
what
me
we're
feel more relaxed.
Cool. You know, when we're praying, it's not religious. When we're praying, we're communing with what we consider the godliness within us and around us, and what
Yeah,
we can
right.
call God, the Creator.
That's what I was
We're
trying to
talking
do.
with it. We're communing. We're becoming one with it. That's what true prayer is. Don't let some doctrine think that it only belongs to them. And so, all right, cool. Thanks,
Thank you.
Mark. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Christy, how you doing, my dear friend? How do you feel? Can't hear you, hon. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, I feel more relaxed. I do. I've because yeah, you know what it's like to get anxious, right? And that seems to be
Yeah, I
much
do.
better than it was earlier. So that's why I thought I'd come on and yeah.
Good.
Thank
Now, what I did with you was I gave it to God, what you were expressing.
you.
Gave it to God,
Okay.
and God replaced it with something else.
Good.
Enjoy it. Be
Thank you.
conscious of that. Yeah, be conscious of that.
I will. Thank you.
All right, my dear. Christina.
Hi, I love that. I love what you just said. That's awesome.
It's true.
It
Very
is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel really good. I feel really good. Just for Sophia too, if you can work with
Please.
it. Yeah, she's complaining about her back and neck hurting.
Oh,
I know.
yeah. For her, those are growing pains.
Okay.
So I'm going to work with her now. Just let her know, though, they're growing pains.
Okay.
Not
So
that
what's
she's not
gonna
that
grow
she's going to get
into-
taller, but or wider or anything. They're growing pains. That's all. Internal growth. Okay.
Okay.
She's going to grow 3 more feet? No. Okay. I'm
I
kidding.
got just wants a couple more inches. That's all. The poor thing. She's only 5 feet.
Those are growing pains. Let her be appeased by that.
I not even 5 feet actually.
She's fine. Hey, the guys are really going to go after her, and the girls are going to go after her. Everyone's going to go after her the way she is now.
I tell her wonderful things come in small packages.
That's right. I keep seeing her bursting out laughing with starting with a belly laugh. So we'll see.
She does that every day.
All right, good.
Thank
God
you.
bless her.
Yes,
Yeah, and give my love to her,
I
please.
will.
All right, hon. And Karen, how you doing, my friend? Are you there, Karen? There you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if I'm feeling relief or inflammation or just movement. You know,
All right, that's fine. And
just
I want to work a little bit more with you, just a little bit here, hon. As much of a knowing as you have, you're going to find yourself coming out with more knowing within you, and
frightening.
a different type of inner strength.
That would be good.
Let's see what happens with that and happens with your body
Okay.
and your mouth and everything.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you.
blessings. Nina, you doing good, hon?
Yes, Mark, thank you.
All righty. Well, any other questions or comments or anything I can try to answer before we stop, hang up? Please, anything I can try to answer.
Thank you. Thank you and bless you and all that good stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Blessings to you. Hey, Christy, what was that?
Oh, I just wanted to see if you could pray for my son's friend, Augie. They have, he has, I wrote it down. He has like a tumor in his armpit, like his lymph on his lymph node. And this is a really good friend of my son's. His name is Augie.
Okay. And is that in his left armpit or his right?
I don't know. I could ask him if you want.
Nah, don't
I'm
worry
not-
about it.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. It's fine. It's still, God's still alive and well. It knows.
God knows.
All I know is that it's going to be made easy for him.
Great. I'll let him know.
Please.
I'll leave it right there at that. Thank you.
Good. Whatever that means, it's going to be made easy for him.
Okay, great.
Yes. All right, hon. And please, everyone keep me updated how the people I prayed are, or for yourselves, how you're doing. And if anyone is ever interested in, in an appointment or anything, let me know. You can also go to the website. There's the gifting page. There's also the healing clinic on Thursdays. And every Tuesday is this thing, unless otherwise announced. And I'll be here in Arizona for 3.5 weeks. This is my first day at Sue's doing anything. And I also have appointments online, on Zoom or telephone or Skype or Messenger, I think, and FaceTime. So, all right.
Great.
All right.
Blessings to everyone.
Thank you,
Blessing.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
God
Thank you.
bless you, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you
Night.
all so much.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.